So I bought this as a kit, and this is what I've got. So this is just one side laid out here. So for the one side I got 4 of those, which are the lower bushes. Got 4 of these upper bushes. This one goes on the top, and these are the anti-roll bar bushes. So those go on the anti-roll bar, and those go on the link at the top of it. And this goes on the anti-roll bar, and this has got a split in it, which my original didn't. You had to slide it on from the end. What else we got? 2 locking tabs. This thing here, I don't know what you call that, but this holds this seal on, this boot. This cup, which I don't know what it's made of, very light, this feels like a plastic, and the ball joint to go in there, and this kit which comes with a couple of shims, a boot, a clip for the boot, and even a split pin. But you don't get the spigot anymore, and I think it's called a spigot, and that used to sit on a shoulder on here, and I think its sole purpose was just to stop the boot going down any further. I'm not entirely sure on that. So let's have a go. Right, trying to rebuild the stub axles and the the ball pins. So this is off the left hand side, it's upside down in a vise. Knock back the tabs, take out the 4 bolts. That comes off. And when I took mine off, this is the spigot, and this was stuck in there. So some heat on that, and that came out fairly easily. Here's the old cup, which is different to the new cup. I think the new cup does away with that spigot. It's a lot higher on the sides, I think. So try and get that out. And then we just got the ball. That's actually the new ball. So clean that out. I guess it's good to, there's a groove there for grease, make sure that's clean. So I'll try and get that out of there. So that's out with the help of this little baby chisel, cut a slot down there. And if you compare the two, so put it back together. Well, that pushed in quite easily. Slight smear of grease in the vise, block of wood, and tapped it in, that was alright. And I've tried that onto here with no shims, just press down on it and that ball's tight. So this kit came with 3 shims, they're all about 0.12 of a millimetre. So I'll put them all in and nip it up and then see what it's like. And I think I'm there now with that. I've used all 3 shims, just putting 2 in tight, and with 3 in you can just feel it. You can't feel a pull on it, but when you try and press it up you can just hear a slight click. and that feels good, so I'm going to leave that at that. So that's done, and one or two corrections. I think I said this is the left side, it's actually the right side that I'm working on here. And you can tell that by these flats. So when it's on the car, these flats here face the back of the car. And these little lock tabs, I thought these were for here, but they're not. You don't get that in the kit, which is a bit mean, isn't it? So I had to make a couple of those. And I was going on about a spigot. Well, that's the spigot, and you don't use that with this big cup. The bit I was thinking of was actually in here, and I had a little bit of metal under this cup which sat on a shoulder on this ball pin, which that all seems to have changed. There's no shoulder on that, there's no little metal thing in there. And when you're putting this together, I would do this on the bench, as it were. So put the boot onto this silver metal thing here, and then bolt it into this assembly, and then drop your pin in through there, final grease up and bolt it up. I'll just show you on here. This is obviously the one I'm not started on, but I can't do it one-handed. But up and down there's about 2mm of play in that one. So that one's ready, and this one is also ready.